Thank you for staying on the line. Now we'll start our first story tonight with what I'll describe as democratic dating. Now, relationship between a man and a woman is a normal thing in the society, but it becomes abnormal when it has to go through a democratic process. Abbas Mekano was in Glade local government area of Bauchi State, from where he brings us a report on where voters had to queue to elect from two lovers who should date young Hajara Abdullahi and possibly marry her.
Giade is about 170 kilometers north of Bauchi, the state capital, where the story of two young men who contested for the hand of a lady through democratic process emanated. This is the place in Giade, local government area of Bauchi state, where a unique kind of democratic process took place, whereby two contestants seeking the hand of a lady for marriage contested kingly. The tradition in this part of the country is that a lady can simply select the one to marry among her suitors, but in the case of Hajara Abdullahi, the contest was so intense that they had to resort to democratic process to determine the winner.
Honestly, Inusa and Ibrahim are all my lovers. It was to avoid violence I suggested voting process, and I promised to take the winner among them. We never knew that the process would attract this kind of public attention. We did it at our level, and now the issue is all over. I am not ready to get married now. I prefer to further my studies, but if destiny warrants that, Yunusa will be my husband. I'm ready to marry him.
Based on investigations, the lady suggested the democratic process as she liked the two 18 and 23 years old contestants who work in the same pure water production company and agreed to marry the winner among them. Yunusa Hamza, who emerged winner at the end of the voting process, explained that though he is happy with the outcome of the election, he has no plan to get married in the nearest future.
For now, I'm not ready to get married. I have no shelter, no money for marriage expenses.
Ibrahim Adamu, who claimed that he was rigged out of the contest, has already complained to the traditional ruler of the area.
He
scored 331 votes. I scored 211 votes. It was clear that many voters are not from our area, which is against the laid-down rules. So I am not accepting this defeat.
All efforts to get the parents or guardians of the three youngsters failed, as according to them, it is purely childish affairs. The traditional ruler of the area also declined comments on the issue, being a strange thing in their tradition to go for democratic process before a lady selects who to date.
Okay, I'll just take that line, childish affair indeed. Now, for the sum of 350,000 naira, the baby of a mentally challenged woman was taken away from her. Did she get back her baby? Who are the culprits, and why are they desperate about getting rid of her joy? Too many questions, with answers from Annie Daniels.
When couples get married, naturally, they look forward to making babies. And when this is not forthcoming, depression, anger, and disunity set in.
Some in-laws, they go to the extent of getting another wife for their son, or they even arrange somebody outside that just go and do it once, we'll keep the baby for you.
The end result of these respondents say, is increase in baby factories across the nation. Some out of more desperation steal or buy babies. For instance, Oluchi, not real name, 46 years old, married for 10 years without a baby, connived with her friend and family of a mentally challenged woman to steal a one-day-old child belonging to the mentally challenged woman for 350,000 naira. Luck, however, ran out of them when a member of the family who was not in the picture alerted NAPTIP.
The current facts of the case indicate that this is the 5th time this helpless mother will lose her children to the greed of the people and sad situations around her.
Yes, I did it out of humanitarian or out of pity.
How about your husband? Is he aware of what's going on?
He's not aware. I just look like somebody that was pregnant. Even he was saying, you are pregnant or you are looking. So I just use this as an opportunity since he's not around.
But why would a person dispossess a mentally challenged woman of her bundle of joy?
Life has been so miserable to me in my marriage. No peace, no happiness, mockery and everything.
At the agency, NAPU calls on Nigerians to please explore legal means for adoption, as purchase or sale of babies is a crime that is punishable by law.
Sure, there was and is still an option, adoption. With this, I visited the orphanage. Is the process of child adoption really cumbersome?
Actually, adoption is free. Once anyone approaches that they are interested in adopting or fostering any child, we refer them to the Lagos State Government, Ministry of Youth and Social Development. That is where the necessary assessment is done.
What are the procedures?
It has to do with their fitness also, so that you will not adopt a child and, before you know it, there will be a bigger problem. And maybe the person is not equally fit enough to have such thing. So those are the tests that is being run. And as a matter of fact, it's not something you have to be in a haste about, because due process must be done.
Olakunle Lasisi says the advantages of adopting a child legally outweighs the disadvantages, and that is, if any.
There's absolutely no excuse or reason to steal or sell someone's baby. Absolutely no excuse. Now, there is nothing more painful than the untimely death of someone young and dear to the heart who has stepped up to achieve his dreams. Fatia Awal Abba reports on the death of an undergraduate student of the Federal University, Kishori in Gombe State, whose dream was shattered when he left campus to seek medical attention nearby.
Obonna Alex Kanayo, a 100-level social science student of the Federal University Kishori, was said to be having a tooth pain when he asked his female friend Alade Joy to accompany him to the nearby General Hospital to see a dentist. Alex was brought to the General Hospital Kishori and he was given an injection of lidocaine where he started convulsing. The young man was said to have regained consciousness but got treated and discharged. To the shock of everyone, Alex died at home and his body returned to the hospital.
Dentist said after taking a look at the tooth that based on the professional advice, he feels that extracting the tooth would be the best thing to do because the hole had eaten deep into his cavity. That if they filled it, it could still spread and it would cause more harm. Then he lay down for the process and he asked me to make a video of him so he could show to his mom and his brother how his tooth was being extracted.
The hospital management confirmed the tragic incident.
On account of toothache. During the infiltration, he actually reacted. So there was a kind of reaction. So there at the emergency, he was resuscitated. Like 2 hours after he left, the patient left, and with his relatives, they now rushed him in, accompanied by so many people. So when they actually came, already the nurse on duty told us that they brought him dead.
While the family of the victim seeks justice, the State Commissioner of Health has immediately set up a committee to investigate the matter.
State Ministry of Health will not leave any stone unturned. We're going to get to the root of the issue, and if anyone is found culpable of negligence, we're going to pursue that.
The university authority described the incident as worrisome and the student's destruction of facilities in reaction to the death of a colleague as unfortunate.
He checked his records and found that the student had never presented himself to our clinic for any health issues.
The Gombe State Police Public Relations Officer DSP Mary Obet Malum has confirmed the incident via telephone interview. Late Alex, who died at the age of 21 years, left behind his parent and 2 siblings. Investigation into the matter is ongoing.
Story. I hope the case is properly investigated by relevant authorities. Life is sweet, especially when a person is in good health. However, that is not the story of 9-year-old Godswill Essay, who is presently battling with kidney failure. Kelvin Samuel, after interacting with little Godswill, says there is hope only if the needful is done.
Godswill Eze, a 9-year-old boy, was a lively, bright and intelligent young boy, battling with other classmates in school for the first position in class. But since February 2019, when the heart failure began, the young boy has been bedridden at the University of Uyo Teaching Hospital, where he has been undergoing different medical processes that has helped to keep him alive until date. A situation that has cost his parents all their life earnings, yet no improvement. Consultant pediatrician Dr. Fonime Dixon and others who have been attending to Godswill since he was admitted speaks on his present condition.
What we need to do for him now is to dialyze him while we are waiting for a possible kidney transplant. So we have been going for dialysis 3 times a week, and it's cost effective.
We got to know about him by virtue of my designation. We go about what is happening in the hospital environment, and we saw that the case of this child is critical.
The parents, who have obviously lost everything in this struggle for Godswill's life, appeals for help from government at all levels, organizations, religious institutions, and spirited individuals.
I've sold everything. I have all my resources gone. I cannot meet up, even for the dialysis. Begging the governments and the agencies and people who can help, who have the heart of giving, please, they should not allow my first son to die.
It's almost days. I want to take his life. The doctors, they're saying that the only thing he will survive is kidney transplant to make him to survive. But you cannot enlist that kind of money.
The health of Godswill now costs about 100,000 naira for dialysis and drugs to keep him stable on a weekly basis. The boy can be reached through News and Current Affairs Department of NTA Uyo.
Fortunate story, and I know Nigerians will not allow Godswill die. Let's take a break. Newsline will continue shortly. Welcome back, and thanks for staying on the line. Now we'll start this segment with the Fidelity Get Alert in Millions promo. Now, 12 billionaires have emerged in the ongoing Fidelity Bank Get Alert in Millions Saving Promo Season 4 from different parts of the country. The second bi-monthly and fourth monthly draw held in Lagos is in line with the bank's policy for creating more value and better return for customers. Paul Omukago tells us more.
I am happy to inform you that you are the lucky winner of 2 million naira.
Salisu Mohammed, a soldier with account at Sakatinebu branch, Lagos, won the star prize of 2 million naira from the Lagos area of the Fidelity Game 4 draw. Mohammed was obviously excited, going by the telephone conversation. However, another customer from the southwest with account at Ota, Ogun State, Mujib Tijani, was skeptical when officials of the bank put a call across to him.
You just won yourself a 3 million naira.
Hello, Mr. Majid.
The other star prize winners are Uju Robinson Ejindu, who won 3 million naira with account at Obomosho Road, Abuja, and Esther Adepoju, who won 2 million naira with account at Guso from the northern area.
In addition, 4 winners of 1 million naira each, comprising 2 from the southeast and another 2 from the south-south, shared from the total 18 million naira jazz from the Fidelity Bank Game 4 draw. General Manager, Operations, Fidelity Bank, Martins Izuegbe, says the promo is to inculcate saving culture amongst its customers.
We know that most people that want to have a banking relationship typically will start from the basics, which is savings. And of course, the promo covers the 4 variants of savings, that we have. Even the ones that all you need is just to bring a passport photograph and you have an account open for you. So we have been on this and it's going to run till April next year.
So bringing in the unbanked, people who naturally we couldn't reach before now, but who are signing on because of this ongoing promo, is a way of giving back to them to say we appreciate their loyalty.
This is all meant to tell our customers thank you and bring more people into the savings net, thereby driving financial inclusion in Nigeria.
Consolation prizes of television sets, generators and refrigerators were also won. Out of the total package of 120 million naira, 68 million naira has so far been won, with 52 million naira still up for grabs by existing and prospective customers. The Fidelity promo is for customers with savings accounts.
To MTN Yellowstar launch. 2 years after the end of its popular singing competition, MTN Project Fame West Africa, the telecoms giant has launched a new music reality show titled Yellowstar. Imolayo Tokede reports that auditioning for the show commences on Monday, 17th of February.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the phenomenon, top vocalist of this generation. It's the legend. It's What Going Up, What Going Up. Get ready for the greatest artist of all time.
Following its recently launched music streaming platform, Music Time, MTN Yellowstar seeks to grow music talents by providing a lifetime opportunity to turn their dreams into reality.
Everywhere you go, you see talents in Nigeria, and this is a formal way of encouraging the talented people to really become superstars for the future.
In the last couple of years, we have had so many great talents coming and shaking up the international industry. So why not in Nigeria, we give all the people, all the young talents anywhere in Nigeria an equal opportunity to come online and showcase their talents, and we would give them the platform to gain fame.
The music discovery reality show, organizers say, is a digitally driven platform.
Anywhere you are in Nigeria, whether you're in Sokoto, Kaduna, Akwa Ibom, it doesn't matter. Once you have a phone, you can sing to your phone to the best of your ability and post it to us. Once you post it to our social media space or use our MTN app or go to our website and put in your entry, we have a panel of judges who will sift through all the content we get, and those ones we find that have potential, we will call them in, depending on the region they are, and let them do it live.
If you're out there thinking, okay, this is what you want to do, then by all means get involved and get to it. Don't just talk about it, be about it.
Entries are open to Nigerians, home and abroad.
For the sake of honor, the Federal University Alafia, Nasarawa State was in celebration over the weekend following the confirmation of doctorate degree on former Governor Umaru Tanko Al-Makura at the combined convocation ceremony, which attracted people from all walks of life. Hamza Musa Makrafi reports that the institution decided to honor Al-Makura in appreciation of outstanding contributions to its infrastructural development and welfare.
It is an exciting tradition from time. For the graduating, it marks an ending and beginning. 9 years since the federal government established the university in Alafia, the vision has been at the center of academic and intellectual discourse to drive integrity, innovation, and excellence. It was in appreciation of these qualities former Governor Al-Makura went to work for the development of the institution, where his people and larger community of Nigerians are the beneficiaries.
Here is an opportunity that will give a boost to the development of the state and indeed its people. I seize that opportunity with both hands and look into the most critical issues at that point in time to ensure its successful takeoff.
And so, if the saying given honor to whom is due is anything to go by, then so be it with Senator Almakura.
It's a thing of honor, actually, to every one of us. Now, in the aspect of the continuation, the present administration has actually made it mandatory to ensure that not only this university, but every federal institution in the state is given due recognition, due support.
I hope that the university will live and provide the necessary educational support for the community and the state at large.
Honoring him today is the right thing to do.
It's therefore proper and fit that from time to time universities can recognize these persons, encourage them in a way, and in some way it also would embolden others who can do that.
There are other recipients, among them erudite Islamic scholar Sheikh Tahir Usman Bauchi, and Senator Almakura responds on their behalf, promising to do more for the university and humanity. Still on the celebration, a luncheon by Nasarawa State government for the former governor on his accomplishment.
To an interesting celebration. Considering the nature of wedding events these days, no ceremony is complete without the mother's night, which is, you guessed right, a gathering of mothers' friends to celebrate a daughter's wedding. For the daughter of former governor of Gombe State, Naima Danjuma Goje, the celebration came with a twist. Najatu Tijani lets us in on this twist.
A gathering of mothers for a young bride-to-be. But hold on, where are the mothers? Well, in a twist in the tale, friends of bride-to-be Naima Danjuma Goje put together this Mother's Night celebration on Valentine's Day in honor of late Hajia Fatima Yalwa Goje, who died in 2017. The bride-to-be, who is a graduate of public administration, says though she wishes her mother were present to witness the occasion, the kind gesture of her friends has comforted her. And as to how she met her groom-to-be, whose identity is yet to be revealed...
Destiny. Actually, I don't think it just happened. Okay. So there was no getting to the point. It just happened.
Okay. Well, you always knew one day, definitely.
Yes, of course. But I didn't see it coming.
Meanwhile, as a parting gift, guests offer these words of wisdom.
By the time you say you married somebody, it's something that has to do for life. And the trust must be there. I may marry you, but I can go out and see somebody that is more beautiful than you. But if the love and the trust is there, I will see beautiful more than you, but I must keep that trust.
He should honor her, respect her, and let him take his responsibilities. Without taking your responsibility, you're not a man. Sometimes you have to be patient.
Very happy. So I wish her a long life and everything in marriage. Yeah, she has to be patient. Once more again, she has to be patient because marriage...
Patience. That is the marriage entirely. It's patience. Whatever you think of is outside the matrimonials. When you come in, you definitely know it's different from what people were telling you.
I pray God will grant her long life, her dreams, her expectations, all will come true. And she will be submissive to her husband, and she will catch up the best from the marriage.
With lots of food and souvenirs, Naima's occasion, as well as her mother's memory, will linger on in the hearts of many until the wedding day and beyond.
I think Father's Night Out is not a bad idea as well. I think something like that should also be started. It is often said that the social media is where lots of ills exist, and that a relationship formed there is likened to one sitting on a time bomb. Let's disabuse your mind here about the beautiful love story between Abdul Hamid Ayomide and his sweetheart Aisha Nkechinyere. Adiola Kami Akere brings us sight and sounds of the reception held in their honor in Lagos.
Call it glitz and glamour, you will not be wrong, as guests came all dressed to the nines. Royal fathers made their grand entrances, commanding the attention of all. Now let's check out the groomsmen and bridesmaid as they paved way for Aisha and Hamid in a spectacular fashion. Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Wale Babalaki, described the occasion as the celebration of changeable ancestry and steadfastness.
I believe very strongly that marriage requires love and affection.
The Director General of the Nigerian Television Authority represented was among those who wished the couple a successful married life.
As growing individuals, we look forward to seeing a couple that is going to be part of that, gathering of Nigerians who would take it to the next level in terms of bringing a very dynamic and young, vibrant family.
My prayer for them is that God will bless their marriage. God would make Modele a beautiful grandma.
Marriage is about compromise, it's about friendship, it's about understanding, and it's about tolerance. And most importantly, they should be friends to one another. I pray that they will love themselves unconditionally.
The affection between the groom and his mother was a delight to watch. The evening was further electrified with the performance of the Cocoa Master.
And I feel doubly blessed because, every mother-in-law on a day like this says they have found another daughter. But it is true. Aisha is my daughter from another mother, and I feel really blessed.
What we expect is for them to be good ambassador of us, to live in love, in understanding.
The sweethearts could not take their eyes off each other, even as they were bombarded with questions from the press.
It makes me want to be a better man every day. From the first online conversation, I knew that this person wanted to make me a better person.
Talking video call every single day, so I feel like I'd seen him already. So when I actually saw him, it was kind of like, oh yeah, but he's the same person anyway. So yeah.
Abdul Hamid is the first son of former NTA staff Modele Sharafa Yusuf, while Aisha is a princess and daughter of Sheikh Mohammed and Hajia Miriam Mansour Williams of the Akin Shemoy royal family of Lagos.
What a sweet love story. A warm congratulations to the couple. We wish them bliss and blessings all the way. Let's take another break. Newsline continues. Come back. Can the city of Lagos be found wanting when it comes to making the best of any celebration? I doubt. Annie Daniels, who was looking forward to St. Valentine's Day, says the city of Lagos was painted red. Adults and children all dressed in red attires, and love was truly in the air.
Shops in Lagos were stocked up with items that depict love, and their colors red.
Red is the color of blood, and that draws your attention. So when you see red, you pay attention.
Echo can never be found wanting on a day like this. The city sure knows how to rock. St. Valentine's Day celebration is all about showing love and more love to everybody.
I believe that value of selfless giving is present in all religions, so that whatever religion we may be in, we must recognize that Valentine should lead us to care for one another, to care for the other.
No matter what happens, no matter the trial, tribulations, do not transfer aggression, but show love.
These respondents had expectations.
Going to a relationship, I look out for someone that is God-fearing.
The person has to be beauty physically, straight leg, not, but the person must be okay.
The Nigerian Red Cross Society Orphanage in Lagos was a beehive. Organizations and individuals spared no cost to give the motherless babies here a sense of belonging.
I want to teach these children the beauty of giving, the beauty of showing love.
I'm sorry for what they are going through right now. I know it's a hard time for them.
These respondents kept me laughing all day.
I say, Valentine, give. Let me say, share gift to your friends. Last year, Valentine, my girlfriend called me, baby, take me to a quiet place. I take her to a cozy cemetery. She still there till today.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Now, Lagos is not called Eko for show for nothing. Now, veteran high life master and renowned trumpeter, late Dr. Victor Abimbola Olaya, OON, has been described as a man of many parts who lived a fulfilled life. The life and times of the late icon trumpeter is our next report on Newsline, and Adiola Komi Akere is our guide.
Number 11 Victor Olaya Street off Ayetoro, Aguda, Lagos has been playing host to countless number of sympathizers who are still in shock over the demise of the late high life singer.
You fits in like your father. He's always laughing. If he doesn't see you, laughs after you.
Even children left school to pay a visit, as Olaya was a lover of children. Apart from these children, I decided to inquire from neighbors the impact the late trumpeter had on members of his immediate community.
Calling him in the midnight is how to answer everybody. When he's singing, everybody will be laughing or joking.
Music taste is a personal thing, and for this older generation of people, the late Olaya's music left lessons to be learned.
I love music, teaching us about life in itself, about what goes on in the society, what is wrong.
Kept to I love music singularly and influenced the development.
The late iconic trumpeter began his music career in 1954 and formed his band called Cats. The band played during Queen Elizabeth II's visit to Nigeria in 1956, and when Nigeria became independent and a republic in 1960 and 1963. He renamed his band to the All Stars Band and earned the nickname Eva Genus of High Life while performing at the International Jazz Festival in the then Czechoslovakia in 1963. Olaya, whose music was influenced by the likes of Bobby Benson and James Brown, also inspired many.
And his trumpet flow, smooth trumpeting, like Miles Davis and Louis Armstrong.
The high life mistress business also included distributing musical instruments and accessories across West Africa. He established the Stadium Hotel in Surulere, where he played constantly until his death. Who then can fill the shoes of a late trumpeter?
It's very hard
the shoe will be too big for anybody to step into.
In terms of the music area, that's what I do, so that will carry on.
Born on the 31st of December 1930 in Calabar, he was the 20th child of a family of 24 and hailed from Ikole Ekiti in Ekiti State. Against his parents' wish, he studied music instead of civil engineering. He is survived by wives, children and grandchildren. Dr. Victor Abimbola Olaya, OON, may have died, but his legacies, going by the eulogies from all and sundry, will definitely linger on.
Baby Jowo Komailo. I am a true Lagosian, and I know I will surely miss him, and many other Nigerians will, and even those outside our shores. May his soul rest in peace. Still on a sad note and celebration of life, the remains of late Mrs. Nena Odedo, a former deputy director in the office of the Accountant General of the Federation, has been laid to rest in a home in Anambra State. The event was witnessed by family, friends, religious leaders, and government functionaries.
57 years of an impactful and fruitful life, as well as service to God and humanity, celebrated at the final home journey of late Mrs. Nnedimma Odedo in a service held at her matrimonial home, Umuebu Nnobi, Idemili South Local Government Area of Anambra State. Family, friends, religious leaders, captains of industry and government officials gathered to celebrate and bid farewell to a woman who many say touched lives in different ways.
She was my biggest cheerleader. She pushed me to be the best I could be.
So amiable, so loving, so submissive. We go to her house for everything, for prayers, to settle our problems.
This is not the end. We'll meet her at the banqueting table when the trumpet will sound.
She's already there because she lived for God. I refer to her as an ambassador of Christ.
Born in 1962, late Mrs. Nnedimma began a professional career in the civil service in the 90s as an accountant. Until her demise, she was a deputy director in the office of the Accountant General of the Federation. Married to the national president of the Full Gospel Businessmen's Fellowship International and chairman Sharon Ultimate Hotels Abuja, Ifeanyi Odedo, she is survived by 3 children and many other relatives.
Rest in peace. It is true that life is transient, but the basic fact about life is that good deeds and enduring legacies built while alive bring lasting impression even after death. So when we mention the name Vice Admiral Patrick Swebo Kishori, former chief of the naval staff, there is no gainsaying the fact that he made remarkable impact while alive, which explains why the Nigerian Navy ensured that he had a smooth sail to the great beyond 30 years after retirement. Michael Olaleye attended the funeral rites and now reports.
Vice Admiral Patrick Kishori was the Master Sea Mariner who, with just a wink, eclipsed the raging wave on the Nigerian waterways. His gentle and calm disposition epitomized peace, which radiates wherever he was. And on this ground at the Naval Training Command in 1990, a farewell parade was held in his honor after a meritorious service to the nation as the 6th Nigerian to be the chief of the naval staff. 30 years after, another ceremonial parade on the same ground is held, but it's time to bid him farewell to the great beyond. The chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Ibok Ete Ibas, led other top military officers to pay their last respects. It is a tradition in the military for top officers and retirees to demonstrate their heartfelt pain for the eventual loss of a colleague. The service of songs organized in his honor by the Nigerian Navy could best be described as the night of solemnity, bliss, and tribute.
And it was somebody who, at any time, would not desert his friends, particularly in hours of need.
While the commendations continue to pour in on the lasting legacies he imprinted on the sands of time, the concern of his foresight is how to sustain his profound legacies.
To remember him, I intend, on behalf of our family, to start an education trust fund in his name.
The desire to accord the late Vice Admiral Patrick Kishori a befitting burial continued at the Holy Cross Cathedral in Lagos as his remains were ushered into the church amidst military procession and spiritual rendition.
Let us be prepared, because when we wait for him at the 12th hour, he might decide to come at the 11th hour.
Presentation of offering by the family and thanksgiving climaxed the funeral service, but it was the right atmosphere for the chief of the naval staff to describe how much the country will miss Kishori.
His other remarkable achievements as chief of naval staff include the institutionalization of the Presidential Fleet Review, the manpower rationalization for the service. The country will miss a frontline sailor, administrator.
The long blast of trumpets signaled a final physical departure with outpouring of emotions to describe how he will be greatly missed. Late Patrick Kishori was a three-time minister in the ministries of Health, Employment, Labor and Productivity, Transport and Aviation. The maritime community will forever remember him for several transformational initiatives, among which was the Trident Maritime Strategy, which was the main guiding principle of maritime defense for 25 years. He passed on at the age of 77.
Befitting farewell indeed. Now, the town of Ukehe in Igbo-Etiti local government area of Enugu State yesterday played host to people from all walks of life, including the staff of the Nigerian Television Authority and that of the Corporate Affairs Commission, who came to pay their last respect to late Mrs. Charity Nkiru Nwodo, wife of Mr. Bonaventure Nwodo, Assistant Director News, NTA Headquarters, Abuja. Chidinma Madu was there and now reports.
Family members, colleagues, friends and well-wishers of the late Charity Nkiru Nwodo gathered at St. Peter's Catholic Church, Ukehe, to pray for the repose of her soul. Reverend Father Brendan Nwodo reminded all that death is inevitable and must come to all. The body of late Charity Nwodo was then taken to her graveside at her husband's compound in Ukehe, where it was lowered amidst dust-to-dust rituals. To the colleagues and family members, especially the deceased husband, Mr. Bonaventure Nwodo, and Assistant Director News, NTA Headquarters, Abuja, she has left a vacuum which no one can fill.
She was my best friend.
We are praying for God to help us achieve our prayers.
We still remember her as a very good, humble, and honest wife to us. We miss her.
It's our loss generally, because Mrs. Nwodo was a very kind person.
She was a woman we respected a lot, and we are full of sorrow, really, that she's no longer in our midst.
A woman that is always preaching peace.
The NTA family were on grounds to commiserate with one of their own. They were led by the Executive Director News, represented on the occasion by the Assistant Assistant Director News, NTA Enugu Network Center, Amaka Onoima. Aged 49, late Mrs. Charity Waldo was a staff of Corporate Affairs Commission, Maitama, Abuja.
Yes, will rest in peace. That's Newsline this week. I hope you totally enjoyed watching. Do join us next Sunday, same time, for another fabulous edition. Good night and God bless Nigeria.